All right, let's not waste any time and jump right into the biggest crypto airdrop updates from today. So for starters, the SEI Foundation or the SEI team announced yesterday in a surprise move that they are airdropping more SEI tokens to power users of the network. Now, there's actually some pretty specific criteria. So in order to be eligible for round 2 of this SEI airdrop, you had to be doing at least one of the items on this list here, and the more points you got, the bigger the allocation. So the items that you had to do in order to be eligible were stake SEI, liquid stake SEI, or hold 2 or more NFTs from the top collections on the network. So this is the breakdown of how much you could get. The bottom tier allocation was 200 SEI tokens and the upper tier was 6,000 for people that had 3 or more points. Now these tokens haven't actually hit the market yet, so all you can do is go to this link right here, airdrop.sei.io, and check your allocation. But given that the price of the token is trading at around 50 cents, if you got 6,000 tokens, that is a $3,000 US stimmy right there. So not bad. And I know several people that actually did get that. So congrats to everyone that got round 2 of the SEI airdrop. All right, moving on now. What else do we have on the list? Okay, today the Param token claim was actually launched as well. Now this one has been significantly less lucrative and less interesting than SEI for sure. Now this is another one of these SocialFi airdrop campaigns, and if you farmed it, you can claim your tokens as of today and then for 1 week only. However, don't expect much. Unless you racked up like hundreds of thousands of points, you're not going to be getting very much out of this. The only upside I would say is that the claim is on the Arbitrum network, and so at least the transaction fees are cheap. Okay, next up, the Aperture Finance team has announced the date of their airdrop token claim, and that is going to be May 31st, so this Friday. Now the claim for this one is going to be going live at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you live in North America, you might have to wake up pretty early to get this one. And they've actually dropped the link to the official claim page, although of course it won't be live for another couple of days. And then on top of that, Aperture Finance just announced that they raised a bunch of money. So they've raised over $12 million in total, and they've got a valuation of 250 mil apparently. Although when the token is actually live and trading on the open market, that is when we will see what people think it's actually going to be worth. Anyways, I am looking forward to this one and we'll see how it does. I'm hoping that it won't dump violently post-launch, but honestly, I'm not gonna hold my breath on that. All right, next up, this time a disappointing announcement. Hyperliquid, the perp dex, has announced that not only are they not dropping the token soon, they're actually launching a new phase of their points program that is going to be going for, and get this, 4 months. So according to them, the points starts today and will be distributed weekly for 4 months. So yeah, not gonna lie, with all of the different perp dex airdrop campaigns that are going on right now, the fact that they've decided to launch a new points program for 4 months is, in my opinion, absolutely insane, and I will probably be fading this one. Okay, next up, for IntentX, which is another perp dex, this one on the Mantle L2 as well as Blast, they just added 1 million tokens to the previous 3 million, bringing it to a total of 4 million tokens for the airdrop. But this bonus 1 million tokens, if you go to scroll down, is for people that keep their airdrop. So if you receive the airdrop and then you just G'd it instantly, you will not get to share in those bonus tokens. And this is an interesting new way, I suppose, to prevent insta dumping on the day of the token launch, and we'll see how it works out for them. If you are farming the Hyperlane airdrop, they just launched a new connection, a new network that you can bridge to and from. Now, the network is called Forma Chain. Honestly, there's really no point in using it, in my opinion, otherwise, aside from actually farming the airdrop for Hyperlane. But honestly, it probably makes sense to hit it up at least maybe once a month from now until the Hyperlane token actually drops, just to tick that box. So I'll leave a link to this down below. Hyperlane has linked the actual bridge. Now, once you get over to the Forma chain, you can also interact with the ecosystem if you want to. You know, mint an NFT or something like that, but yeah. Speaking of bridge airdrops, today Stargate V2 launched, and since Layer Zero has said that they did the first snapshot, implying the first of many, it probably makes sense to still actually interact with Stargate. Now, the new bridge has added a couple of networks, so you can actually hit up Scroll now, as well as a bunch of the other ZK networks. And apparently Layer Zero is also adding Solana, which is definitely cool. And while they say that this is DeFi's cheapest bridge, which I don't think is actually technically the case, I think Across is still cheaper, it's definitely worthwhile to at least push a couple of transactions through. And then speaking of Layer 0, if you want to check and see if your wallet has been mentioned in any of the new Sybil reports, you can go here to this page right here, copy your wallet address in, and just hit search. And if it shows up down below, that means that you've been included in a Sybil report. So a bunch of people are still submitting reports, even though there is a 0.5 ETH bond that needs to be submitted in order to even write a report. All right, next up, let's talk about grass. Yesterday, the team said, get ready to touch grass this summer. So I'm hoping that means that the token is actually going to be dropping in the next couple of months. And for people that have been wondering and asking, yes, I am still doing the grass giveaway. I'm just waiting for the token to launch so that I can actually give people their rewards. So there are going to be 10 winners, and I'm sharing a pretty substantial portion of my grass airdrop as soon as the thing actually comes. Unfortunately, it's out of my control at this point, but at least now we know that it is going to be this summer. Okay, next up, I wanted to just briefly mention this. I don't think I've actually talked about it before, but Renzo launched Res Staking. So if you got round 1 of the Renzo airdrop, you're still holding those tokens in your wallet and not doing anything with them. If you want to stake them, you can earn points for round 2 of the airdrop. And you can do that in the same application that you use to actually restake ETH. There's a new tab that says Stake Res, and you just go here and stake some tokens. Now, personally, I am not staking any because I sold all of them. But if you still have some and you're not planning on selling them, then at least this is a way that you can use them productively to build up your airdrop snowball. Okay, next up, just a quick reminder that the Community Quest 5 bonus for Sanctum is now live, and that is a 2x XP multiplier for the next 24 hours on these LSTs. Now, in terms of my personal strategy, I have put basically 5 SOL into each of these LSTs, and they're all earning that 2x multiplier for the next 24 hours. And then after that, I'll probably just rotate back into the INF token and VSOL, which is also running its own airdrop campaign. Okay, next up, there's a new quest live for Caldera. So if you're following along with that airdrop campaign, quest number 3 is live. If you're farming the Tyco mainnet airdrop campaign, you can now also use Al2 Finance to bridge to them, and they launched a quest. And then finally, there's this opportunity, and this is coming from Airdrop Adventure, but if you want to hit the Philand and the ZRO airdrops with one activity, there's a new campaign on PhiXYZ that you can do where you have to create an NFT collection based on a screenshot of your Philand. So if you follow the steps outlined here, you can get some XP for Philand, and then also by creating a new NFT collection on ZRO, of course, that will help you for the ZRO airdrop as well. And then the only other thing I'll say is that EtherFi is still running these campaigns where you can earn bonus tokens for staking or restaking new ETH. And right now they have a mystery box or a mystery token reward. So if you restake ETH with them directly from now until the 31st of May, you will be earning some random bonus tokens. We don't actually know what they're going to be. Previously, they were dropping ENA tokens, Omni tokens, and a few other tokens as well. And the more that you deposit or stake with EtherFi, the more that you'll get out of this. Anyways, this is not like a primary farm, but EtherFi is going to be launching another round of their airdrop in about a month. Then, of course, you get an eigenlayer, and then you can take the EtherFi wrapped ETH and use it in DeFi. You can hit airdrops like Linea and a bunch of different DeFi apps as well. So these mystery token rewards are kind of bonuses, but it definitely all stacks on top. So that's it for today's video. Hopefully you found this useful. As always, thanks so much for watching and have a great day.